Hello, today we embark on an exciting journey back in time to explore the sitcom Gomer Pyle U.S.M.C. I'm sure many of you have fond memories of this classic show. Gomer Pyle U.S.M.C. is a timeless gem that has left indelible mark on television history. Join us as we relive the magic, revisiting those with the entire cast of then and now. We will explore the names and initial ages of the talented actors on the show and witness their transformation in 2024. So without further ado, let's dive into the world of Gomer Pyle U.S.M.C. William Christopher was born in 1932. In the sitcom he played Lester Hummel. In 1965, when he was in the sitcom, he was 33, and sadly he passed away on December 31st, 2016 at 84.
Looks up a big deal of his own to impress everybody. Only it's all in his head, see?
In other words, he's fantasizing.
What? You think so, Sarge? You think?
On a Monday night before the special, it's the last half hour, and I think the shooting went very well considering they had mobs of people.
Do you know what?
Forrest Compton was born in 1925. In the sitcom he plays Colonel Edward Gray. In 1964, when he was in the sitcom, he was 39, and sadly he passed away on April 4th, 2020 at the age of 94.
He heard about your garden and wanted to take a look at it so he can send a photographer down from the local paper. You know, tough Marine cultivates garden in spare time. Violates the sanctity of our embassy. I, for one, will consider that an act of war and will order an immediate, appropriate response.
So far, so good.
Ted Basso was born in 1935. In the sitcom he plays Frankie. In 1965, when he was in the sitcom, he was 30 years old, and sadly he passed away on October 6, 1996 at 61.
Only way. Now take a deep breath and get some fresh air in your lungs.
Gomer, Sergeant Carter is going to kill you. You know that, don't you? With his bare hands, he's going to squeeze the life out of you.
Film together, yes.
Ah, I know what film it was. I know what. Wait a minute. I know. Yes, I remember you. Yes, I did that.
Water.
Little girl's blue.
Ronnie Shell was born in 1931. In the sitcom he plays Duke. In 1964, when he was in the sitcom, he was 33, and now he's 92.
Age.
Well, they have to keep her in a cage, Gomer, because when she dances, she gets wild. You gotta see it to believe it, really.
Well, I don't think I'd enjoy that very much.
Making of this wonderful, wonderful movie. And I encourage each and every one of you to sign up for mayberryman.com and be part of this whole wonderful.
Elizabeth McRae was born in 1936. In the sitcom she played Lou Ann Poovey. In 1966, when she was in the sitcom, she was 30 years old, and now she's 88.
I think need correcting.
There's nothing to correct. It's all quite clear. Besides, I'm no longer interested in Mr. Pyle. He has toyed.
Your aunt, you know, how can you do it? Then about a year later he said, oh, isn't it going well? Aren't you doing well? It was quite a different perception.
Jim Nabors was born in 1930. In the sitcom he plays Private Gomer Pyle. In 1964, when he was in the sitcom, he was 34, and sadly he passed away on November 30th, 2017 at 87.
At the moment, I'm more like a gardener.
Really and truly? I don't think I ever met a professional lady gardener before.
You know, come to think of it, neither have I.
Played on the show, he would, you know, if there was a laugh line or something, well, you take that, you know, you give it to, you know.
Alan Melvin was born in 1923. In the sitcom he plays Surgeon Charlie Hacker. In 1965, when he was in the sitcom, he was 42, and sadly he passed away on January 17, 2008 at 84.
I can taste that steak already.
Well, I suppose it had to happen sometime.
Yeah, well.
Okay, you, Yellow Bear.
Phil Silver's show, and it was a pleasure working with him because I learned an awful lot from him. He was the kind of a guy that would...
Herbie Faye was born in 1899. In the sitcom he plays Harry. In 1966, when he was in the sitcom, he was 67, and sadly he passed away on June 28, 1980 at 81.
And ship it on to whoever it belonged to.
Oh, yeah, I see.
So would you mind telling me what the item is?
Oh, sure. It's a watch.
Frank Sutton was born in 1923. In the sitcom he plays Sergeant Vince Carter. In 1964, when he was in the sitcom, he was 41, and sadly he passed away on June 28, 1974 at 50 years old.
Let's make it more interesting. Not just for the blue plate in this crummy diner. Let's make it for a steak dinner with all the trimmings at the Go-Go.
Eddie Carroll was born in 1933. In the sitcom, he played Surgeon Lubick. In 1966, when he was in the sitcom, he was 33 years old and sadly passed away on April 6, 2010 at 76.
What do you mean boil out on a date? Only any one of us.
I'd say our chances of reaching the moon first are better.
You're not kidding, Lubick.
Well, I don't know as I'd go that far.
Larry Hovis was born in 1936. In the sitcom, he played Larry. In 1964, when he was in the sitcom, he was 28 and sadly passed away on September 9, 2003 at 67.
Administration.
Gee, I don't know. She looks pretty frosty.
She was real warm to me.
You asked her for a date, Gomer?
No, for some manila envelopes for the morning reports.
Roy Stewart was born in 1927. In the sitcom, he plays Corporal Boyle. In 1965, when he was in the sitcom, he was 38 and sadly he passed away on December 25, 2005 at 78.
Vince, you think Pyle's gonna go through with it? I mean, throw it?
That's not a nice way to put it. It's an act of human kindness, and Pyle does a lot of them things.
Barbara Stewart was born in 1930. In the sitcom, she played Bunny. In 1964, when she was in the sitcom, she was 34, and sadly she passed away on May 15, 2011 at 81.
Baby, I haven't seen you in a whole month.
What do you want me to do, Vince? Now, Eileen is an old friend of the family. She's staying with me, and I'm not gonna go off and leave her by herself.
When we reflect on the incredible journey of Gomer Pyle U.S.M.C. that took place between 1964 and 1969, witnessing their growth and transformation, we can see that the connection from those years left a lasting legacy. Their story continues to resonate with fans around the world. And as always, show some love. Hit the like button, subscribe for more, and hit the bell to never miss my new content.